We will now start our webinar. My name is Daphne Charles. I am the development officer at HELP, the Haitian Education and Leadership Program. So the largest university scholarship program in Haiti. If you are joining us for the first time for this webinar, welcome. If you are a returning attendee to our webinar, welcome back. This is our first webinar for the academic year 2023-2024. Our last webinar was in May of the last academic year. So, and we are very happy that you are with us for the very first one in this series. So besides that, I'm working currently as a HELP full-time employee. I'm also a graduate from the HELP program. I benefited a scholarship from HELP that has changed my life. I like to say that. And it's a pleasure for me to be not only an employee for HELP, to collaborate very closely with students, but to be an ambassador for the program. So we are very happy that you are here with us. And I also know that you guys have been receiving messages and news from our newsletters, and you probably have lots of questions about what's going on in Haiti, about help, how we are coping with this the situation. You also probably receive information that we had to close the office temporarily. We also close the dormitories. So many things are happening, and we are very happy to have this opportunity to be with you, as somebody who is currently in Haiti, who's working in the office in Haiti. We also have staff from Haiti who are joining us. We also have students, because it's all about the students and the opportunities that we can give them so that they can become leaders for Haiti. So we really have a good combo for you for this afternoon, and to allow you to have a good sense of what's going on, to give you some updates, and to also answer your questions. So thank you so much again for joining us. And as always, be at ease. It's noon, so grab your lunch, grab your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, your juice. Just be relaxed with us as we are updating you on what's going on in Haiti. So as you guys probably know, mostly if you are a returning attendee, that I've been hosting these webinars for the past few years. However, there's going to be a little change in the hosting of our webinar, because we have now a new junior development officer at HELP, and she will be your host for some of the webinars. I will still be there. I will join, but she will be your primary host for the upcoming webinar for this year. And I can promise you, you will love her. As much as you liked that I hosted the webinar, you would like this new person. Her name is Edwin Estefan, and I'm asking her to join us right now. Edwin is also a graduate from the HELP program, a newbie. She just graduated. She submitted her thesis, the requirement to earn your diploma in universities in Haiti, and she's awaiting the graduation ceremony at HELP that we hope that we will have at the end of this year. But she has been with us for a month now, and Edwin will be a support to our development department in Haiti. And Edwin really loves, she loves the mics. She loves to communicate with people. And as we were recruiting her, we were like, she would be a very good person to continue hosting, because our team is growing, our work is growing in Haiti. We have new projects that we will keep you updated as you are receiving our newsletters. So it is good, to make this shift, to make sure that we can timely manage our donors. We can also continue to communicate with our partners, and mostly to continue these monthly updates to our webinars so that we can do that in a balanced way so that everybody can thrive in what they are doing. So it's a pleasure for me to welcome Edwin Estefil in our new webinar. And then I would like her to make a quick introduction of herself so that you guys can know more about her and why not about her journey at Help. So Edwin, could you please introduce yourself for our audience and share a little bit your journey as a new Help graduate?
Thank you, Daphne. Thank you, everyone. So, good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you are all doing fine. Can you hear me well, Daphne?
Yes.
Yeah, great. As Daphne mentioned, my name is Edwin Estenfil. I am from the beautiful town of Mirbalais, which is in the Central Department of Haiti. I graduated this year, 2023, from University Quisqueya, where I studied education. So currently, I hold the position of Junior Development Officer at HELP, where I have had the privilege of being a beneficiary. To answer your question, Daphne, about my journey at HELP, well, it's been 6 years now since I started. It was in 2017, I think. Yeah, in 2017, where a group of HELP students went to my secondary school, testifying about the impact that help was doing on their lives, the work that help was doing out there. At first, I didn't want to believe them, but when they were telling me about their own experiences with help, the impact that help was having on their lives, so it was like a beacon of hope to me, because especially I know that my mom back then wouldn't be able to afford my university education. So it was like a miracle to me. Then when I came at Help in 2017, after being through all the selection process and after I have been chosen, I was really grateful. I was really happy for this opportunity. When I came here at Help, I was so impressed seeing, this community of students that were eager not only to learn, but they were also committed to their communities. They were also eager to bring the change in Haiti. So yeah, it was like discovering the wonders of the world. I was really impressed. Um, and what I really liked about Help was the fact that even when you came to play, even when you went to Help and you say, okay, but I'm gonna have fun here. This is my university year. I'm gonna have fun. But when you see these students working hard, thriving to bring the change in Haiti, you gotta get up and work for yourself because there's this sense of I can say determination, this sense of purpose that is going on, that is in the community, and that is so infectious too, that you cannot do otherwise from working hard, thriving, and being a great example to others. So yeah, finally I had access to a lot of resources. They granted me access to a lot of opportunities such as leadership classes. I remember definitely at first when I had leadership class, when they told me that I was gonna have leadership class, and I told myself, leadership class? I know that to have access to leadership classes, you need to have a little bag of money, which I didn't have at the time. So I was really grateful. I was really grateful, honestly, and I'm still grateful for the opportunity. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing this with us, Edwin. But now you are a full-time employee at Help, and you're working in the development office. Tell us a little bit, like how excited are you? What are you most excited about working as a full-time employee in the development office of Help?
That's a great question. That's a great question. Because what I'm most excited about working at Help is, the fact that Help is so transparent and has visible impact in Haiti. Because If you know me, you know that I am someone who wants more than just a paycheck. I want to make a meaningful difference in my community. So help really gives me this opportunity, to actively contribute to empower individuals, communities, just as I was empowered back then in 2017. So yeah, this is the thing that I'm most excited about.
That's awesome. Well, guys, we can, from what you're hearing, I didn't, you can feel that I'm not failing you by telling you that you're going to really enjoy Edwin, and you also going to have a very good time with her. So we're going to have Edwin with us for the whole webinar, and we're going to have other people as well. But let me take a moment to remind you that if you would like to react to what is being said, please use the chat box at the bottom of your screen. And if you would like to ask questions as we are progressing in the webinar, please put them in the Q&A box. You will see that as well at the bottom of your screen. It's easier for us to filter the questions if you put them in the Q&A box to make sure that we answer them at the final part of this webinar. So uh, uh, Edwin is going to be our host for today. I'm also going to be co-hosting a conversation with her, but let's put her to work. So, and it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Gary Delis, our country director from HELP. And Gary is going to have a conversation with Edwin. So when I told Gary that he was going to participate in this webinar, Gary was like, "Oh, Daphne, I have so many things to do." And I told Gary, there's no better person than yourself, to come to talk to our partners, our friends, to really inform them with firsthand information about what's going on in Haiti and what's going on at Help. He's very busy. He's probably have 4 or 5 meetings waiting for him today. But Gary, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with our friends and partners. And I really wish that you have a very successful and productive conversation with Edwin. Edwin, please take it away.
Thank you, Daphne. Hello, Monsieur Delis.
Hello, Edwin. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So yeah, Monsieur Delis, I know that uh all of these people on the webinar want to know a little bit about you. So I would like first and foremost to briefly introduce yourself.
Let me thank you. Thanks to the development team for inviting me to this panel. And thanks to all the participants for being with us. I'm Gary Lillis. I've been working in the education sector for over 30 years, teaching in both public and private secondary schools in both urban and rural areas before becoming school director. I'm a graduate of the École Normale Supérieure, a public teacher, training college. I've been with HELP since the beginning, 1996, but joined HELP the program as national director in 2006.
Great, great. Um, I know that because I'm living it too. There are a lot going on now in Haiti, and we know that help has one office in Haiti. Can you please give us a current overview of the current situation?
Well, that's a good question. Um, the yardstick by which I measure our current situation in Haiti is the latest publication of the baccalaureate results. Indeed, 70% of students failed the state exams this year, whereas last year it was 47%. I don't need to tell you the role played by insecurity in this field, as well as other factors. Indeed, gangs occupy more than 80% of the metropolitan area, blocking all communication with other departments. Every day they try to expand their territory, killing, looting, raping, setting fires, and driving residents from their homes. But it's really, and this morning, again, I was surprised to know that the center where you come from in Green, the center was invited by the gang in the shoot at the Miobale Hospital. But I can tell you, this is a really, really difficult situation.
As you told us, it's been very difficult, and those years in the war have been very difficult. We can tell. But what tools, what mechanisms that help have you used to cope with the hardship, with the situation?
Um, as you know, since April 24, when some gangs members were captured and killed by the local population in Canapé Vert, other gang members to whom they belong have wanted revenge. This created a climate of panic among the population, giving rise to a movement known as Wakale, which members of the population drove out the bandits. Finally, on September 1st, the bandits arrived a few kilometers from the HEP campus, forcing us to take exceptional measures, provisional, indeed, including closing dormitories, rotating staff, and not resuming classes at HEP. But how we cope to the situation? Because since 3 weeks, the situation apparently become calm. We are currently considering enrolling students in the second year and above at university. We don't want to take the risk of opening the dormitories before we have a viable and reliable security system in place. We are also considering providing them with the necessary equipment, such as computers, and in case courses are held online, while they continue to receive the stipend. That's the situation. So we are sending second year students and above to school. But for the first year, we cannot send them because we cannot open the dormitories. Because the first year student is the base of the program. And they need group cohesion. We cannot send them to school when they are separate, as we are doing for second.
Okay, so apart from all these, I know that help is still working because, as you mentioned, there are still students who went to universities and stuff like that. Can you please tell us if there are one or two accomplishments that you are most proud of as a country director, for sure?
Oh, the first thing that, but if you are talking about accomplishment for here, I can tell you, admitting, I consider admitting 50 students this year as a miracle. Because for those in the panel who are not familiar with recruiting at HELP, every year, staff members and current students in the program, they go all over Haiti looking for good candidates for the program. So, and with a gangs members occupying the strategic points linking the capital to the provinces, I didn't think parents would take the risk of sending the children to Port-au-Prince. I think this is a great accomplishment, and I have to thank my staff and current students for that. But what I will say after the second thing that I consider, this is not, maybe this is our accomplishment of what we did. But the thing that impressed me, given the difficult situation under which Haitian companies operate daily, threats, hijacking of the goods, untimely closures, some of them have nevertheless been able to honor the commitment to help by financially supporting the program. I think this is, well, I don't know if I have the right to name some of them, but I can tell you, I was surprised when I received 2 checks for these companies. I think, somehow help is not the only institution thinking or giving hope. I think some companies in Haiti, they still think education is the way, to change the country.
Wow, wow. I feel so inspired right now. Thank you, Mr. Delis, for sharing. Um, but what about your fears? Do you have fears? Can you share one or two with us?
I think as for all Haitians, and security is the personally is the major fear that everyone is facing in it. It's really hard, when you are leaving your place every morning to think about possibility to not coming back. And it's not for me, even for kids, I think it's hard to have kids, 6 years, 10 years, telling you, pay your pardon, the country is not good because of insecurity, But that's my fear. And also, it seems like everyone, well, I can say because I'm here, but it seems like everyone is looking for a broad, when we will receive the confirmation. It's hard. It's hard to think about that. But my hope, I have the opportunity to talk to the 50 kids. I was impressed by the desire. I can see in their eyes, the will to stay, to work, and to serve their country. Somehow I have the fear, but somehow I have the room. That's the reason. That's the reason. Okay, that's the only reason I'm here, because of these kids.
Hmm. Hmm. What are you looking forward for this new academic year?
Uh, Again, I'm looking for this. I would like things to become to normal. You know, having having students in the dormitories, I having help resuming classes. Meeting with my students. Having my general assembly and to open the academic year. But personally, I, I don't want to go home every day at 5 or 6 and doesn't have the possibility to go where I want to go at night. I'm looking for peace for Haiti because I know Haitians. We already accomplished miracle in Haiti, and we can do that again. You know, So that's my, yes, insecurity is a problem, but I think we have way to face it. Again, let's hope we can have a good election and put in place a great government.
Okay, I know these times are really uncertain due to the insecurity and the instability of Haiti. But do you think, are there any positive ways that others can contribute to help or in its beneficiaries?
Definitely, as the two three big companies they did for us, and we have the students. The students who are here. They want to go to school. They want to go to school. I think definitely, big companies they have to take as for the only way the only way we can change things in Haiti is to send students to school. Every single kid to school. That's the that's the way to change things. Otherwise, we'll have the same issue. I'm sure patients they want to stay. They want to stay because they want to work. You know? And see what happened with in the border, in the Canada. I know that's Haitian they're already they're already. I think again people they need to continue to have faith that education can change things.
So yeah, we still need their help. We still need their push, their donations.
Absolutely, that's without donation, without the push, we cannot survive. And again, the fact that we have kids waiting for us, you know, waiting. But I always said that health is a machine. The machine is good for more than 25 years. You know, how many gadgets we produce? A lot. So with for me, the machine is in good shape, very good shape because we have the kids who will intervene. So the only thing to do, we need security and we need money. We could, or we have during integration, we selected 80 kids. No, during orientation, we were forced to take 50. So the reason that we couldn't take the 80, it was it was because of money. But the 51 students is good as the 50. But the only issue is budget. We need to have money to support them. That's why somehow it's really difficult for the staff to come up with a final decision because when you see the desire for kids to go to school, you can imagine a kid coming from the south, from Purai, from Mobile Bushu, to come to help, forcing Maltisan, forcing Canaan to come to help. It's extraordinary for me. So the only thing that prevent us to take them is only money, and we know education is the key. So money, we have the machine, and we produce good students like you, Edwin, and others.
Thank you, Mr. Delis. Thank you for sharing all these insights with us, and hopefully, help will be able to reach more students and have more impact all around the country. Daphne,
Definitely.
thank you. Daphne, it's yours now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Edwin. for facilitating this conversation. As you can see, guys, I can retire. I have a replacement. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Delis, for taking the time to speak with our audience. Stay close, because at the end of the webinar, 15 minutes before 1, you will come back to help answer some of the questions. But for now, you could turn off your mic and your video. And as I'm welcoming 2 students.
Thank you, Daphne. Thank you, Edwin.
Our pleasure, Mr. Delis. And I am welcoming now 2 current students of the program, and it's Doris, Germile, and Jean-Wesley Vincent. Please turn on your camera and your mic, because, as staff, as graduate, we can tell you a lot, but there are no better ambassadors to tell you how they are feeling, how this situation is affecting them, and also how they are excited to start a new year. Vincent it's in his finishing class at Help, and Doris, I met her last year. She was a freshman, and then she's already in her second year. So time flies very, very fast at Help, and it's good to have both hands. Somebody who just finished the freshman class, and somebody who's finishing. That's a very good sample to speak with you about how they are thinking about studying the first month of the academic year, and some of the challenges, how they are hoping to cope, and also what they did for the summer, because summer just ended for us in Port-au-Prince. So welcome again, guys. And I'll pass it on to Edwin for the first question, because we will co-facilitate this conversation together. You are muted, Edwin.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Daphne. Thanks again. Hello, Doris. Hello, Vincent. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing
Hello,
good, thank you. Hello.
What about you, Vincent? How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Thank you.
We are so thrilled to have both of you here with us. So we are going to start with you, Doris. Can you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you.
Sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Doris Jamile Damis, and I'm a second year student at Help. I'm s- I'm from Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and also I'm studying psychology at Notre Dame University.
Perfect. What about you, Vincent?
Yeah, my name is Joey Stevenson, and I'm from Cornell. That's where I was born. And now I'm in my 4th year studying industrial engineering at Kiskai University.
Mm.
Awesome. Okay. So what do you guys tell us? How was the last academic year for you? How did you end this academic year? Doris, let me start with you.
Well, it was good. I mean, for sure we had some difficulties, but we get through it. And sure, it wasn't easy, but we did great. I personally did great. I passed all my classes, so it was great.
Awesome. Glad to hear. What about you, Vincent?
Okay, the previous academic year was particularly so challenging, especially for me, because during the first semester, I had some courses that were not completed. And during the second semester, I should have added these courses over the ones that I supposed to have during the second semester, which caused an overload. And let's say normally we have 24 hours of class per week, but during the second semester, because of that, I had 30 hours per week. And I also have had 2 courses at Help, IT and leadership. And beside this, I had some online course on an online platform that is Data Camp, from which I got 4 certificates especially in data science, data engineering, data visualization, and machine learning. Let's say overall it was a successful year.
Wow, you did a lot, Vesa.
Yeah.
Congratulations, congratulations. It's I know how it can be very difficult to focus when so much is happening around you, but you did really great. Congratulations. Another question I would like to ask you, so what help resources was most useful for you during these times of disruption, if we can call them that way? Doris.
For me, it was the advising service because my advisor was always there for me. And as you know, we were facing a lot of hard time in Haiti, and she was always present and always asking me what is going on. Is there anything I want to talk about? And also, she was really concerned about how this thing can affect my academic performance, and she helped me a lot, and I'm very thankful for that.
Awesome. Vincent?
Okay, to me, the advising service and also the tutoring service at help. I say the advising for the same reason as Doris as just said. And for the tutoring, let's say when we have courses that are a bit difficult at the university, we have like other students that are better at these courses that work with us and help us to succeed these courses. It was difficult, but by the help of some my fellow health students, it was great. Let's say these two services they were the most important for me during this academic year.
Awesome. On to Edwin for more questions.
So yeah, I would like to know more about your summer vacation because usually they tell me that help students don't have vacations. They continue studying even in their vacations. So tell me, how was your summer vacation, Louise?
For me, it was really tough emotionally, especially because I had to leave my place because of gangs attack, and it wasn't that easy because it was adaptation, and we have to move to another place, and it wasn't really easy for us. But at the meantime, I was doing an internship at the development department at Help, and I was really busy at work, and it helped me focusing on my work other than focusing on what was happening to me. And it really helped me. I was really glad to participate in that work. I was able to call some donors to thank them for the support to the program, and also keep them updated about what was happening in the program. And it was really helpful. And also I was doing SSLP project, which is Summer Service Learning Project, and it was at Lagunav. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go there, but I was working online, and we were helping over 30 children in an orphanage, improving their skills in reading and writing Creole, and everything went pretty well, and I was really, really happy for that.
Wow. I'm happy despite of the challenging situations, you were able to focus on your work and even being able to give back to communities. That's awesome. What about
Yes,
you,
thank you.
Vincent?
Okay, for me, the summer vacation was, let's say, a bit stressful, because of the insecurity situation in Kafufei. I live not so far from there. I could hear the gunshots. I could see people running, leaving the block, and a bit late, we help students. We should have left the dorms to go back home, and it was so stressful. But without considering this, it was a great moment, let's say, that because after a long period of hard working during the academic year, it was a great opportunity for me to relax, to have fun by watching movies, series, and also read books, like have no experience, and also work on some personal project, like the one, like one of them I call Customized. Customized is a blending of two words, an English word and a French word. The French word is castor. In English, they call it beaver. It's a semi-aquatic one rodent, and the English word is mind. And let's say in customized, we aim to train young people and child in school children in various subjects like self-development, entrepreneurship, and also leadership and financial literacy. We inspired by the genuinity, the autonomy, and also the creativity of the beaver to create this platform. Let's say it was a great moment because I did a bunch of things and it was very great.
Awesome. Well, if you allow me, Edwin, I would like to ask because I know like watching series, TV shows, it's a big thing to help dormitories. Can I ask you, Vesa, what's your favorite show or maybe series that you were watching for the summer?
Okay, for the summer, my best one is All American. It was
All
really interesting.
American.
Yeah, All
Hmm.
American.
I don't know that one. I need to check it. I need to check it out. But
You'll
thank you
enjoy it,
for
I'm sure.
yeah. I'll check it. I'll check it out, Vesa. Thanks for the tips. But let me ask you, because I know, as we said before, and Gary also mentioned, like all the difficulties, even though the dormitories are closed temporarily, and you guys, you're in second year and fourth year, so, and you have to make your own arrangement this year to go to school. Tell me a little bit, how are you guys preparing yourself? What kind of arrangements are you making for that? Doris?
Well, for me, actually, I'm living at Taba and it's really far from my university. So, the first step that my family and I discussed about is moving a little bit closer. And hopefully, we find a place and it will be really more easier for us to go in, for me especially, to go to a university, and it will be less expensive. And also I'm preparing mentally about not being with my friends and students, my friends at the show, because it's another atmosphere when we have all the students studying, and this is really motivating. So I will be working on my own right now, and this is another arrangement that I have to do. So it's gonna be challenging, but this is what we are facing. This is the situation, and we have to deal with. And also, we have the duty to succeed. We have to work, and we have a future to build. We have a future to build for us and also for our family. And this is the only way that we can do it. So we have to still working.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that. I know it's not the ideal situation, and as Gary mentioned, the dormitories, they are key in the services that we offer to students, and the fact that these services are available, but because of the insecurity situation, they are not. You cannot access them. This is really not the situation that anyone had help anyone in Haiti would hope for. But I'm very also impressed, and I'm also very inspired by the determination that you have, Doris. And I really wish that you will be the best that you can for this year and to continue to inspire people around you.
Thank you.
Vincent, are you making special arrangement as well?
Yes, actually, before coming to help, I lived in Guadeloupe. And let's say leaving the dorms, it's not something that is known to me because I remember I had this experience during the coronavirus period. It was, let's say, a let's say, a difficult moment. And also now it's difficult because leaving the dorms, living this positive and inspiring atmosphere in the dorms, it's a big problem. And but we should go on. Okay, we cannot stop. As Mr. Daly said, education is incredible key is an incredible key to the development of the country, of our country. That's why we are so determined, motivated to go. Like now I'm planning to get a win in closer to the university so that I can go, let's say, easily not from Guadeloupe, but from a place that is closer to the university. But it's a difficult, but we should deal with because let's say we the young people, the well-educated leaders, because the country really needs these people. We are the future of Haiti that we cannot like give up. We should go on.
Thank you, and I wish you the best for that. Edwin, I don't know if you these were my questions for these two. I'm seeing questions coming up in the box already. But do you have a final question before we pass on
No,
to
I
to
think
the
we can.
audience?
I think we can pass it on to the audience. I think that's
Okay,
all for me.
awesome. Great. So, and I'm welcoming back Gary as well for last 13 minutes. And thank you thanks to all of you that I'm seeing in the chat in the attendee box for joining us. And I'm seeing questions in the Q&A box already, but feel free also to ask any questions that you have, about the situation in Haiti. Gary is one of the founder, was one of the co-founders of Help. If you have any questions that you would have for a funder, please feel free to ask that. We also have the students, myself, and Edwin as staff. Feel free to ask any questions that you may have. The first comment that I have for you is from our friend Winifred Lace, who said that is very proud of both of you and to keep doing what you are doing. There's another question, but this person is anonymous, and this person is asking, what are you most excited about for this academic year, despite the challenges? So these are, I guess, for Doris and Javessa. Who want to start? Doris, I
Yeah,
volunteer
start.
you.
Okay, I guess for me it would be to succeed because I know it won't be easy, but I will do whatever I can like to succeed. And the thought of that is helping me like stay motivated. So when I tell myself that even though there are problems or there are so much difficulties, but I can get through this and I can succeed.
Awesome.
So it's
Would you
like
like to add anything? Oh, sorry, Doris, sorry.
I am just seeing if I can do something because it's like a project. It's like a project for me. I can say this is a challenge, and I'm willing to take it.
Awesome. Thank you, Doris, for your commitment. Vincent, would you like to add something to that?
But yeah, let's say for me, it will be a great accomplishment. It will be hope for me, for my family, for my community, also for my country. This is what motivates me the most. As I'm like about to finish, and I cannot stop. I should go on. Okay. I see it as a great accomplishment and also a hope. Let's say I can be a model, okay, for my community because I'm the one, I'm the unique person who comes from Cornell that has benefited the help scholarship. So if I give up, if I stop, it'll not be good. I should be a testimony for the others.
Okay, thank you. So I'm seeing another question. This question is it's for Gary. So with the situation in the area where the office is located, because the dorms are closed, what about the center and the staff?
So at the beginning, we closed the center temporarily But that's my job to take the tour of the situation every day to know what happened. Since the police, there are a difference between the students living in the dorms, sleeping. In general, the gangs intervene at night as they did on April 24th, you know? So that's why we can take the risk to open the doors. But for the center, I imagine, but I'm sure when the gang intervenes, sometimes we have an alert telling us be careful, we need to take measure immediately, but that will give us enough time to evacuate, people, But that's why we take the risk to open the center. And also we rotate the staff. We don't have the full staff at the center every day. We have, sometimes at 24, and we have our vigil is really vigilant, but I can tell you, coming from my house, at maybe, I don't know, 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer, the vigil, when he saw me, he immediately opened the gate. But I can easily enter the gate, We are really, really vigilant about the situation outside.
Thank you. We have another question from our friend Winifred. What are you expecting from the community, staff, alumni, and other students this year? I guess that's again for Gary. What are you expecting from the community, staff, alumni, and other students this year?
I think this is a really challenging situation, but I want everyone to understand that help, um, help every day is working hard to keep the community, very solid. I want people to understand that when we take some measure, it's not, we are not happy to do that. We are forced to do that. Well, I'm always looking for the solidarity, like, I don't know, calling, I don't know, organizing, I don't know, organizing like kind of meetings, to express the solidarity. And for the alumni, I wish they can help students who are facing like difficulties to find a place to live. We know it's really difficult. Now. So sometimes I'm wondering where is the safe place in Haiti? I don't know. If you can tell me, no. Everyone is having back ready to leave.
Yeah.
But yes, what I'm looking for, this kind of solidarity is really important, particularly from the alumni, to support the students.
Okay. Another question that I'm seeing I cannot see the name. But the question is, all people leaving, the students and staff, are they leaving the country because of the situation?
Say again, Daphne?
All people, staff and students, are they leaving the country because of the situation?
But this is not something any institution can avoid, sure. We have some staff members, some students leaving the country because, since January we are facing to this situation. But again, this is independent from here, and this is not something that we can. The only way we can fight this is to continue to contribute to the education. Yes, we have staff and students alumni living in the country.
Yeah. So and as someone who also oversee the alumni affairs office, I could say when we look at the numbers, it's actually we're doing good when you compare, the great amount of people who are leaving the country every day. And for us so far, we checked our numbers last week, and now it's 75 of our graduates, they are still in the country or they are doing studies abroad. So when you compare with the 15% of Haitians with a degree who are living in the country in general, and compare that to 75 who are either staying in the country or studying abroad for a master's program and for doctorate studies, I could say it's pretty good. And one thing also that we've seen is, while many people they're just living into the humanitarian parole program, or some are just living with illegally with no proper papers,
Mm.
our graduates they are able to receive scholarships. We have many who've been granted scholarships to go to France, to Canada. And then this is again because they receive such a good education, undergrad education, because of the help program, because of the scholarship. These people are able to go outside abroad to study. And we are really hoping, as things will get better in Haiti, these people will be able to come back. Um, I was visiting New York last week because we were meeting with partners, and I was attending a big event. And I met with our alumni, and then she was telling me she doesn't want to be in the United States. That's not what she worked for. That's not what she hoped for. But she has two kids, very very small kids, 9 and 2 years old, and where she was living, it was just not possible for her to continue because she would put the lives of her children at risk. So that's not something that any parents, and then I always say that that's something, the risk of staying in Haiti sometimes, and now that 80% of the territory is being occupied by gangs, it's a risk that you can take for yourself as an adult. And it's very hard when you have children to put your children at risk like that. But as I always said, help is the remedy in laboratory, is the cure, is the cure in laboratory for what's happening in Haiti. And as you could see today, as we can hear it from the national director, from the students, from the staff, we are still committed to continue the work because we believe by giving more opportunities to students, that's how we will be able to create this group of leaders that will stand up and say no, and to say that things need to be done differently. The only issue we have is we need so much more than 300 graduates and 200 current students. We need thousands. We need, two, three, four thousands. And this is why we are continuing the engagement with our partners. And we thank them, all of them who join us today, and to go back and think to see how you can help us to create thousands of leaders, because that's what it will take for Haiti to get better, and that's what it will take to have a community where people they can find just they can be judged fairly, they can be given opportunities in a just way, so that they can thrive for themselves, for their families, for the communities, and for the whole country. So it is one, and I would not want to take people's time, and I'm not seeing any additional questions. And I would just want to tell everyone thank you so much for joining us today. I don't know if anyone of our panelists has a final word that they would like to share with 30 seconds.
Well, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining us. I think it was a wonderful discussion. enlightening discussion. And thank you for your questions, guys. And for those of you who have further questions, don't hesitate to reach out to you, to us, to Daphne. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. And again, as we're leaving, I'm going to put our website in the chat if you'd like to learn more about help. And I'm also adding our email if you'd like to get in touch with us and learn more about our program. Please feel free to use the email that I'm putting in the chat right now, and we will be thrilled to have a conversation with you and to continue the collaboration. Thank you everyone for joining us, and next month you will be with our friend Edwin for our next webinar. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Doris. Thank you,
Thank
Gary.
you.
Bye
Oh, thank you, thank
bye.
you, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.